Present.
You guys and your fancy names. Jack. Whiskey Jack.
Present.
He's muted.
Had to turn the mute button off.
Jund.
Shunned.
Jund. That's right. Jund.
I am.
Kentrum.
Meowdy.
Mirden.
Hola.
Smee.
Yes.
And Tyrus.
Present.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, gentlemen. All right, cool. So, real quick, before we actually start, I'm just going to go briefly through character, race, class for all of you guys, just so you guys it's just right there, present in your mind. Again, a note on the music. I have it turned up on my end, but if you need to change the music level, just go to your settings and go to your audio and video music master level, and you can turn it down for yourself. So I have it turned up for everybody, but you can control it yourself. All right, so it looks like we have a tiefling warlock named Whiskey Jack. We've got a minotaur barbarian named Asterion. We've got a high elf blood hunter, Tyrus Gnome Slaughter. We've got a wood elf rogue, Althea Gallanodal. You got a human twilight cleric, Smee Hendrix. We've got a Loxodon monk, Iframov Kintram Liliasuf clan. We've got a half-elf wild magic sorcerer, Jund, and a high-elf spore druid, Mirden. I'm super excited, guys.
A twilight cleric from the Twilight Force.
All right, guys. So, session 1. Get this started. Shattered Obelisk. Let me pull you guys. I'm just going to pull you guys to a new scene real quick. It's just
Someone pouring a drink. Nothing wrong with it. I just. Nope, but it's a good time to pour one.
Sure is.
Alrighty. So, what do you guys see on your screen? Is it dark on your screen?
No, I've got the cover of the book.
Yeah, I'm still on the landing page.
Looks good for me.
Okay. Cool.
I got book cover.
All right. Let's begin. Okay. For now, for all of you, everything is dark. Obviously, you can see the cover page, but use your imagination. Everything's dark. Asterion, you're in a dream. You're tossing, you're turning. Images flash through your mind, and you're not sure what they are. All you know is they're discomforting. Picture of a drow comes into vision for just a split second, and it disappears. And then a heart. Something looks like it's trying to pierce the heart, and then it fades away. It's followed by a door. The door creaks open, and an hourglass is behind the door. And then again, it fades to darkness. Then visions of a woman come to your mind, but her eyes are missing. She seems to be trying to reach out for something, and you're not sure what she's reaching out for. All you know is it hurts. It hurts you. Behind the woman, as she fades into the distance, it looks like a battle. Some war. All of a sudden you fall to the ground, only to be picked up by someone else. As you reach out, he reaches out his hand and you reach out back. He fades, followed by the face of a dwarf. The dwarf is laughing, chuckling. His face seems to fade to the left. And then you hear what sounds like the clinking of coins. And then again, everything goes to darkness. And then an unsettling feeling starts to kick in. As all of a sudden, you see blood leading up into a small little encampment. Looks like visions of some slaughter. Bodies everywhere. The person reaching out his hand earlier, dead. Mutilated in his own home. Anger is rising in you. And then, as soon as you start to feel it, you hear wake up. And a steering, you wake up. You're sitting on a cart. This cart is surrounded by the people that you met over the last few days. This cart is full of goods. There's another traveler's cart behind it. There's 2 oxen pulling the cart. And from you guys, I need 2 drivers of this cart. It doesn't take any skill checks or nothing. Just who's driving this cart. I need 2 volunteers.
I think it makes sense
I'll do
for
it.
me to be driving. Yeah, for the elves to be driving it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyrus and Althea. All right. So Tyrus and Althea are driving the cart. Which of you are in the traveler's cart and which of you are maybe walking behind it or around it?
I'm walking behind it.
No. You just said you're driving it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant of us 2.
No. Of everyone else.
I'm walking.
I'm also
I'll be
walking.
walking too.
I'm behind it.
Okay, so all of you guys are walking except for Asterion.
Yeah, because I was sleeping, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You were not. You were sleeping. Okay. So again, this is a little bit of theater of mind for you guys, but you guys, hold on. You guys began your adventuring career in the. I'll go back to this one. Okay. You guys began your adventuring career in the city of Neverwinter. A dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker hired you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandalin, a couple of days' travel south of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found, quote-unquote, something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safety to a place called Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He then set out ahead of you on a horse, along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to, quote-unquote, take care of some business. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tribor Trail. You've had no trouble so far, but you know this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along this road. And there is no one else with you guys. It is just you 8. Like the flavor text says, you guys have been traveling for a few days now, so you guys have probably gotten to know each other a little bit. Why don't you guys take a little bit to kind of talk to each other, feel each other out, see how things are going. It is also, I will say, it's about midday, and you're only a few-ish hours out from landing at Phandalin.
I got food in my mouth real quick.
No
So,
worries.
because I was late, this is starting with us on the road,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep. And you were the only one. Everyone else was walking and driving the cart. You just happened to doze off. Yeah. You just happened to doze off, and that's when you had this weird nightmarish dream.
Tyrus isn't saying anything, but he just kind of keeps sort of batting his eyes over at Althea.
Does Althea notice this?
Althea notices this and says to Tyrus, Tyrus, keep your eyes on the road. You don't know what kind of danger awaits us here.
I have kind of grumpy frown a little bit, not like sad frown, but angry frown, and focus back on the road again. I mean, I am focused. I'm just batting my eyes.
Along the way, you guys have noticed that my guy is really fucking weak. He tries to like break a stick in half and just doesn't do it, and then he drops it and then it breaks.
This causes Iframov or Kintrim to carry Whiskey Jack every now and then. Kintrim's gonna look at us staring and is like, "You all right? You were making some grunting noises in your sleep."
Yeah, was it a good dream? Dreaming of some good women?
I say yes, it was fine. I'm looking at Mirrodin. Kind of weary. Not sure if I've seen this Mirrodin before or not. Something familiar, but I can't place it. So I ask him, I say, do I know you?
I'll respond like, I believe we've met. You don't recognize me?
Not at all. I'm keeping my eye on you. Not sure I trust you.
Fair enough.
It's like, fine.
Just politely. Okay.
Also, majority of you guys would have known about me from wanted posters, because I've got a bad reputation. That's my feat. So it wouldn't make sense for NPCs to know me, but you guys wouldn't. So I'm just gonna assume you guys know who I am through random rumors and posters and all that. But if you see that I'm weak, I might not live up to the reputation in your eyes.
All right. Althea makes a cautioning glance toward everyone in the rear, and says, "Quiet, you guys. We'll be approaching Phandalin soon, and we don't want to get any unwanted attention on the way there." Looking especially at Whiskey Jack.
With that in mind, I will be keeping ears and eyes out for anything, since we are escorting something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You guys have a wagon. It's packed full of an assortment of like mining supplies and food. You guys don't know. You don't have to roll anything to know this, but you were there when it was getting packed up. But it has about a dozen sacks of flour, several casks of salted pork, 2 kegs of strong ale, shovels, picks, and crowbars, about a dozen each, 5 lanterns with a small barrel of oil, about 50 flasks worth, and the total value of everything in the cargo is about 100 gold. So yeah, essentially just it mining supplies and coming from a dwarf, coming from Gundren, it makes a little sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Dwarves in their minds, you know.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Althea, roll me a history check.
Okay. History.
I'm having you do this because of your glance shot at Whiskey Jack back there to see how much you might truly know about him. Yeah, I'd say, Jack, you live up to your reputation, and Althea knows of your prior endeavors. Knows a little bit of the prior endeavors, maybe not all of them. But the wanted posters are definitely a good sign.
Yeah, Althea probably has seen or heard of my arrest at one point for getting caught smuggling a bunch of goods.
Smuggling a bunch of goods as you guys are carrying a caravan full of goods. Or a wagon full
Well,
of goods.
luckily we're not smuggling these ones.
Well, obviously
As far
I'm the
as I
right
know.
guy for the job. I only got caught once. But now I lost my ship too, so I gotta go get that back.
All right, guys. So, okay. So you guys have been on Tribor Trail for about half a day, and you are nearing a side road that's leading south towards Phandalin. As you guys come around the bend, you stumble upon the scene of what looks like a recent battle. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. 2 horses wander the road, sniffing at ransacked personal effects. Oops.
Horses sniffing for personal effects.
Yeah, I'll
So
go
he
check
said-
out some personal effects.
Must
Yeah,
be
I-
okay.
I follow Whiskey Jack there too.
Althea stays at the cart, and just her level of attention to everything around suddenly is sharply increased.
I'm gonna stay kicked back in the cart myself, paying attention, but kicked back.
So
It's
are these
me.
effects
Pulls
over
his
by
crossbow
those
out and gets
horses?
ready.
Sorry, there's a couple people there. Go ahead, Chris.
Are the personal effects over by those horses?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Lee, what did you say?
I'm staying back by the carts, but I've got my crossbow out and ready to use it.
Okay.
Just in case anything happens.
And Ian, Kintram's gonna take a whiff with his trunk and try to smell anything off in the air.
Okay. Go ahead, Kentrum, and do a So you're kind of investigating. Let's do an investigation check.
Okay. I have advantage on this, by the way.
Of course you do. It's okay because Smee can see like 300 feet out.
No.
Oh, jeez. Smells like air out here.
So
Horses.
Kentrim, you smell. The only thing that really like picks up a strong odor on your trunk is whenever the horse is defecated. That's about all you can smell.
Crappy.
Yeah, I'm moving, like, as I move up, I'm looking around and staying observant, so I'm only moving the 6 spaces or whatever up to there.
Okay.
You want me to roll anything, or just move up?
Let's see. You're pretty close. So yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So luckily, a 7 is okay. So you're able to, essentially from that distance, you're able to spot that there was some sort of commotion at some point here, and it also looks like there might be like some pieces of fabric, like kind of on the ground.
Yeah, I'll pick that up. Maybe give it to my little elephant friend to sniff with his trunk.
Yeah. I'll follow behind him and I'll take a whiff of any scents.
Yeah, so getting closer, you can see that right about where the horses are standing, it seems this whole area is littered with arrows. Looks like there's some torn scraps of fabric and some kind of odds and ends that look like they fell out of a bag. And let's see. Yeah, why don't you two that are investigating, both of you guys, roll me another investigation.
I do not have advantage on this one. That's unfortunate.
Oh no!
Balance in all things.
That's hilarious. Fail.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
To get both.
So yeah. So Kentrim, you as you get closer, you kind of lean down to the ground. You see the arrows and the torn fabric, and you kind of stick your trunk out and take a big hard whiff, trying to just pick up anything from either the fabric or the ground around. And all of a sudden, the smell of the horse's poop becomes so intensified as you accidentally kind of snorted some up into your trunk for a second. Luckily, you're able to like kind of blow it out, and it lands on the ground. But now you have like this kind of little lingering scent of the horse's poo. Jack. So as you get closer, you are able to see that the horse's saddlebags have been looted. There is an empty leather map case that lies nearby, and you also recognize now that these horses belong to Gundren Rockseeker and Sildar Hallwinter.
So I will pick up the empty leather map case. You said?
Yeah. Yep.
Or a scroll case? I can't remember.
It's a leather map case.
Okay. But then I also let everybody else know about the horses. That, like, it looks to belong to the guys that we're working for. Right?
Okay.
We're working for these guys now?
Yeah. Yep. Those are two guys. So do you go back and tell them, or do you do it from where you're standing?
What's my intelligence? Yeah, I just yell it to them.
Could you remind me what Gendron? What's the name of Gendron's aide or whatever?
Sildar Hallwinter.
Dildar.
Sildar.
Ildar. No,
Still.
Okay. Sildar Hallwinter.
Yep. And Gundren Rockseeker. And you guys had met both of them prior, because Gundren's the one that hired you. And then Sildar was like his escort, because they said they were going to go up ahead of you guys to take care of some business.
Okay.
So for the rest of the party, I haven't heard a whole lot from Jund. Are you with us, bud?
Yes, sir.
You just observing? My man.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the back playing around.
Cool. So you guys, Kintram and Jack motion to you guys that these are the horses. One of them belonging to Gundren, and one of them belonging to Sildar. How do you guys that stayed behind? How do you guys react?
Yeah, this is looking mighty suspicious. So.
Yeah. I'm a little bit more alert now.
I'm going to add, too, that when I'm letting everybody else know, I'm visibly pissed off because in my mind it seems like I'm not going to get paid now because our guys are probably dead.
Just
Having previously been in a raised awareness mode, my eyes are now darting back and forth, and ears listening intently for any clue as to what's going on around us.
Althea, do a perception check for me, please.
Did it run?
Okay.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Yeah. So, Althea, it definitely seems a little. You're on full alert. You're not able to quite pick up anything at this point. Your mind seems to still be kind of going from your recently related elf next to you, kind of going from him back to the scene of this crime. Yeah, distant related. Back to the scene of the crime, back to trying to keep an eye out on things. What about... So, Tyrus, you said... Asterion, you're on full alert. Jund is kind of just in the back. Smee's on alert. What about Tyrus and Mirrodin?
So, basically, once we stopped, I kind of did a little look around, and then I started to close my eyes and kind of mumble to myself, as if I was talking to someone. But once I heard what they said, I opened my eyes and I start looking. I kind of do a little scan around the area.
Sure. So Tyrus, when you were scanning and you're kind of mumbling to yourself, and you're kind of you were talking to yourself, you kind of it's a little disheartening to you seeing Gundren and Sildar's horses up ahead. And as you are kind of looking at them, we're actually going to go back 3 days, and we're going to go back as you're slowly kind of reminiscing because of your distant relative sitting next to you. We're going to go back 3 days. We're going to go back to an inn and Neverwinter. Maybe if I can move the dang thing.
I'm sorry, I missed. Was this me or Tyrus that's dealing with this?
Tyrus, but all of you guys are.
Okay.
Okay, so we come back in time just by a few days, about 3 days, to an inn called the Gilded Goat in Neverwinter. Kintram, Jack, Smee, and Asteria. You guys are sitting at a table with Gundren. And you guys have been sitting here for a little bit. You guys have either done prior work with Gundren before, or you guys have are here to pick up this as a first job. But regardless, you guys are the only ones at this tavern. You guys are just meeting each other for the first time. And Gundren is sitting at the head of the table. Asterion is sitting at the opposite end. Jack on one side, Kintram and Smee on the others. You guys have just finished drinking some ale with each other. You guys have just finished kind of talking a little bit about the journey up ahead. And Gundren looks at all of you guys and he says, "So, you guys think you're ready for this job? I know there's only 4 of you, but I've sent out some scouts to try and get someone else. I don't know if they'll show up or not, but here we are. You guys still in?"
Yep.
I don't see a problem.
It's good to have an elephant and a bull on my team. I've never had an elephant like you. I've never had a bull. This is good. This is really good.
I put down my drink, though. Look at Gundren. Just say, "Remember our deal."
Yes. Don't worry, Asterion. We will find out. We will. And Gundren kind of gives you a wink, and he kind of tips his ale at you, takes a swig. As he's sitting there, he kind of looks at Kintram for a second, and he whispers to you, Kintram. He says, "Hey, Kintram, have you noticed anything strange in this tavern? Any suspicious activity?"
I guess I make a check with my trunk again, see if something smells off or if I see around anybody.
Okay. Yep, go ahead.
Or if any of my previous contacts from prior jobs are here.
Yeah. So you kind of do a little sniff, and you can definitely pick up a lot of ale, a lot of sweat, some blood, which is pretty normal for a tavern like this in Neverwinter. But you do pick up kind of an interesting scent, and it seems to be coming from, I guess, looking at your map here, it would be coming from the east. And it smells like kind of naturey. But you don't see anything suspicious. Like, you don't see any like suspicious activity. You don't pick up on any suspicious activity. You know, you've got the normal drunkards around the tavern. You've got the people in the back, playing music and singing song. And you've got another table kind of far out behind you. They seem to be playing some games. So nothing suspicious to you.
I look at Gundren and said, Once you've been to many taverns, you've been to them all. I do sense a whiff of nature, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Yes, I fear I'm being watched. Someone's watching me. I think I can see her, but I don't want to make a scene.
And Whiskey Jack, actually, he raises his glass and he's like, "Oh yeah, I see her too. She's looking mighty fine over there." And I'm kind of drunk right now.
And Gundren raises his glass and he says, Whiskey Jack. That's a name that fits you so well. I'm so glad that we came in contact with each other. I think this is the perfect job for you. No matter what these items say. And he kind of pulls out a crumpled wanted poster out of his pocket with you on it. And it's like you can see that it's signed by you at some point. maybe when you guys met prior. And he kind of folds it back up and puts it back in his pocket.
Well, as he's putting it back in his pocket, Whiskey Jack is like, "Hey, you mind if I borrow that? The lady's like a bad boy."
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm right there with you. Here. And he kind of takes the note out of his pocket and turns it upside down just so it's not showing everyone in the bar at this point, or at the tavern at this point, and slides it across the table over to you.
And then I take it, and then I kind of stagger my way over to this barmaid here and start talking her up, but slurring a lot of my words.
Do a charisma check with advantage.
Okay. Let's see.
Because of all the liquid encouragement?
Yep. So, for those of you that haven't dealt with it prior, alcoholic beverages usually give you a small bump in your charisma. I like to just give advantage. I think it's more fun. They'll usually lessen other things.
Not good.
All right.
I've played Fallout.
yeah, exactly. It's the same as Fallout. So you walk up to this barmaid, you're talking her up, and she seems pretty interested. And do you show her the wanted poster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she looks at it and she goes, "Oh, good heavens! I can't really talk to you right now, but." She kind of winks at you, and then she slides a little note into your possession, and it looks like it might be what her name is and where you can find her.
All right.
So just as you're doing this, Gundren is still sitting with Kintram, Smee, and Asterion. Asterion and Smee, I know Kintram, you're kind of. You seem like you're very you're kind of watching things. You're kind of guarding. You're kind of scouting a little bit. Smee and Asterion, what are you guys doing at the table with Gundren?
I'm just drinking.
Okay.
I don't have anything going on. I'm watching Gundren and keeping an eye out on the room.
Okay.
But mostly keeping an eye on Gundren.
Okay, cool.
Same thing, small talk with everyone at the table.
Okay.
Eye out sort of on the rest of it just to make sure nothing's coming at me.
Okay. So just as you guys are talking, and Jack is talking to the barmaid and kind of stumbling around a little bit, and he's smiling. Jack is presenting himself actually okay. He's not making a complete fool of himself at this point. And it seems like the people around also are getting a kick out of him. Jack, you can also see people kind of whisper and they point to other wanted posters that are in the bar. And they're like, that's the guy. But no one seems alerted. No one seems it's a threat.
Are the other posters different people?
There's like other people up there, but like you can see yours on a couple locations.
Okay.
But it looks like features of your face are like slightly different in each one of them. Like whoever made these wanted posters just could never get your face quite right.
And like as they're doing that, and I'll also make comments of like how my reward price is higher than those guys.
I like it. So just as all that is happening, Tyrus, you enter the bar, and so you're down here. So you enter the bar and you do like a quick scan around the room, and you're looking for Gundren because 12 days ago you met with him, and 12 days ago he asked if you would do one final job with him, as you had done some jobs in the past, and you had another contract that you have kind of in your back pocket, but this one from Gundren seemed a little bit too hard to pass up, only because he mentioned one name, and that was Althea. So you enter the bar and you scan around, and then you see Gundren sitting at the table up here.
Hold on.
So you start to go his direction.
I'm sorry. Which market again?
So he's just in the top left.
Oh, okay.
So you came in from the front door and you did a quick scan and you see Gundren. So you're going up to him for some job that he mentioned, and he said to meet there 12 days later, and it's now been 12 days. And he promised you that you would see Althea.
Okay.
He's over here.
Sorry, getting used to like the new icons and stuff.
No, you're good. So as you approach him, you kind of just go right up to him, and as you approach him, you see a elephant and a minotaur, and then a human all sitting at the table with him. Kintram, Asterion, and Smee, all three of you guys, as this kind of dark-looking elf comes rushing up to Gundren, you guys kind of all get a little bit on your toes. You don't jump to anything, but you guys seem a little bit alerted.
Ian, I just want to add in, like, as far as the icon picture, I kind of like the mask feature, so I'm gonna kind of go with that for most. Like, if I reveal my actual
like you have a mask on.
Yeah, like I'm actually looking quite like the actual icon.
Yeah. Yep,
so if that adds to the eeriness or intimidation or whatever it is, I felt like that would be kind of cool.
Sure.
So, but anyways, carry on.
So as you approach Gundren kind of notices that Kintram, Smee, and Asterion are kind of get alerted to your presence, and you can see them kind of shift their seats a little bit. And then Gundren puts his hands on the table and says, It's okay. Tyrus, see, you kept up your end of the deal. It has been 12 days. I take it you want this job.
Yes.
Do you respond?
That's all I say is yes. I accept.
So remember he promised you something.
Yeah, and I'm okay. So I respond yes, and I'm still kind of like looking around the room, kind of as if I'm like looking for her, but I don't see her. Actually, let me.
Yeah, you don't see anybody recognizable in the bar.
I mean,
Although,
and keep in mind, it has been a long time since I've even seen her too, so I don't even like, it's. I just heard the name. I know that she actually exists. So, whatever she may look like now, I may not even recognize.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of
Gundren,
scanning around.
yeah, Gundren notices you kind of looking around and he says, Althea, huh? You're looking for your cousin?
You said she was here. It's my only relative. I need to know.
Don't worry. She's here. She's here. Just take a seat at the table, why don't you? Take a load off. Here. Grab some ale.
I kind of like brush my hand a little bit and I walk over to the bar and order my own drink, which is mead.
Okay. So yeah, this bartender, you walk
and
up
I'm
to this
kind of like glaring at that table as I walk over. And once I get I'm glaring at the table as I walk to the bar. Once I get to the bar, I'm still kind of scanning the room.
Sure. And the table you're saying that you're glaring at is the one that Gundren's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gundren leans into Kentrum, says, "Don't worry. He's going to be really good for this group. I've done some dealings with him in the past."
If you say so. As Kendall kind of looks dismissively at that point.
So as you go up to the bar, Tyrus, you start to drink and you do some scans. And yeah, you're kind of doing some scanning. You're kind of just being a little bit on the aware, of everything around. There's some drunk tiefling behind you that's just making a commotion, but it's not concerning you. Just that he seems to be boasting about past crimes.
I roll my eyes.
I'm also kind of showing off to the waitress, doing like a little tap dance with my hooves.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the waitress is still like helping other tables. You just kind of keep following her around a little bit.
Well, so is this when we're making the deal and everything?
Yeah. This is before you guys have made the deal official. I guess you four, so Asterion, Smee, Jack, and Kentrum have made the deal official, and Tyrus kind of has at this point.
Because my guy will actually stagger back then to make that deal.
Okay.
Yeah. And he gets over there, and he pulls out that wanted poster, and as he does it, the girl's letter that she gave him fell out of my pocket onto the ground, and I give Rockseeker that thing, but hey, you're gonna need this, and then I start going on with kind of, has he offered yet, or are we waiting for the offer?
He's offered. He just explained to you guys that he was waiting on a couple other people, or a few other people that he was hoping would be able to join.
Gotcha. So yeah, then I'm just saying, my guy will offer like, yeah, you find that son of a bitch shit stealing cheeks, and then keeps on cussing out his name. Sign me up at the end. Yeah.
Awesome. Cheeks. I love it. So, Althea, you are in this tavern. You're kind of keeping a low profile, trying not to be seen. But because of who you are and your race and class and all that, you're able to kind of keep an ear constantly kind of tilted towards the table where Gundren is at. You still have some suspicions about Gundren. You've been hired by him dozens of times, different various jobs, but because of one event in particular, you're a little weary. But you're kind of staying. You're kind of just keeping a low profile in this tavern, keeping an ear out. Jund. So, Jund, you are currently, as all that is happening, you are on your way into the bar, as you were told by Gundren to meet him there. I'll pull you into the bar. You were on your way in to meet Gundren because he had talked to you not too long ago. He was particularly interested in your let's say, talents. And he said that your talents might help with a job that he was going to pay you some coin for. And so when you walk into the bar, you, again, like the others prior, like Tyrus prior, you do a quick scan of the environment, kind of just quick seeing what's going on around, and then you see Gundren up at the table with a few other individuals, 2 of which are very large individuals.
Hey, Ian. One
Yeah.
quick side note. How do I change the size of, like, all the icons of everybody that's in the game? How do I get, like, it's taken up half of my screen. How do
So
I
go to your
minimize that?
settings. Go to your settings, and then go to audio and video.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to video display. And then the player video avatar size, switch that to names only.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. All right, John, do you do anything when you go in there and after you do the quick scan? Uh-oh. Did we lose Jake?
Yay! Jake.
Possibly.
Okay, I need to step away for a bit.
I just
after
texted
this
him.
be calling.
Oh, yeah. I guess we could take like a quick 5 minutes if you guys want to.
Yeah, I'm down.
Guys, John? Okay, let's do
Okay.
let's do five
Sure.
5 minutes.
Okay, thanks.
Also, Ian, if you're looking for that alignment thing, it's on my channel under how to play.
Yeah, no, I found it. I couldn't remember where it was.
Yeah, I'll have to get the fumble chart to you later.
Yeah, no worries.
Just because it's in the game, I'd have to leave this one to go get it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, Ian?
Hmm.
You know, I like, speaking of alignment, I've always played as like kind of a neutral, chaotic neutral, whatever it is. But I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember the first session that we ever played? I played as a lawful good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
tried
because you
to-
were trying to.
I was trying to stop, what was it, Scotty and Eric from robbing something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh,
That
so
was
one
at
of these
Chris's
days I'm
house.
gonna have to. Yeah, that's right. We did that one-off session. Oh wait, maybe it wasn't Eric. Eric was the DM that night. One of these days, though, I gotta push myself to one of those sides, evil or good.
I think we might have lost Jake.
Think you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Well, the music's good.
Yeah, music's on point.
All right, I'm gonna go you real quick. All right. I'm back. Did we get Jake back yet?
Don't think so.
All right, Lee, are you back?
Yep.
Cool. Let's see who else left. I don't remember who left. Alex, you here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, and Chris.
I'm here.
Josh is here. Ben, Warren.
I'm here.
Steven's here.
Hola.
Yeah. So we're just missing Chris and Jake.
I'm back.
All right. So I think Jake is probably asleep or something. So I'm going to kind of go over his character, unless he wakes up, and I'll give him a chance. Cool. So as all of that is going on inside of the bar, so I'll skip over Jund for now. Mirrodin, you also, so you come through the door. You're a little, you've been traveling quite a journey from a location, from a past job, from Gundren. And the journey is finally coming to an end for you, as you're just there to deliver the item that Gundren seeked out and potentially get a reward. And again, Mirrodin, when you walk in, just as all the others did, you do a quick survey of the scene, and you see Gundren sitting at the table in the back left corner with a few others sitting at the table with him.
I don't know if I can actually see that far.
You should.
Where are they located?
Right.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
Should be able to.
I cannot.
It's all lit up.
Well, you
Why is
better
it
get your
all not
glasses
lit up
on
for
there,
you?
bud.
Yeah, my guy can see to like right there.
Yeah, but there's lights on inside the building.
I understand what you're concerned, but I cannot see that far.
Oh.
Also, Ian, I don't know if you've got it on
Weird.
my
There
guy.
we go.
My guy should have dark vision.
Yeah, I got it on everybody that
Okay.
has dark vision.
All right, cool.
Oh shoot! You know what? This whole time I forgot. Let me change something real quick.
Yeah, because it's only vision. You don't have the room lit up. There you go.
There we go. Now you should be able to see.
Yes, sir.
There you go, Mirrodin. So yeah, it's nighttime. It's nighttime right now. For you all. So yeah, you walk in, you see Gundren in the back left corner.
All right. I'll kind of start to approach his way, and then I'll be like, "Good evening, Gundren. I've come that lab," and I'll stop like right at the speaking out labyrinth when I spot Asturian, and I'll kind of pause a little bit. Just I'll say that quest was quite the ordeal.
And Gundren kind of looks around, and he looks at the rest of the people at the table and goes, "Yeah, it was interesting. Did you were you able to get the item?"
I was, though the rest of your crew, despite one, was unable to make it.
That's fine. Yeah, bring it here.
And all while I'm just drinking my beer.
Yep. And so you bring the item up to Gundren, and he looks at it, and it's this really, really fancy, like engraved scroll case, right? And he brings this thing, and it's got some really intricate engravings on it, and like this gold, and there's a couple small little jewels on it. And he pops the top off of it. He's smiling, and you can see him. He even pulls out like a little monocle type deal, like looking at it all carefully. And he's like, "Yes, this is it." and he looks at the rest of you as you guys, as Kintram, Smee, and Asterion at the very least, are at least a little bit interested as to what he's showing. And he opens up this case, and he pulls out a piece of parchment paper, which the spellcasters, you guys know that to be a spell scroll of some sorts. And he kind of opens it up a little bit, closes it, doesn't show any of you guys what's on the inside, what kind of spell it might be, puts it back in the case, locks the case, and he looks at you, Mirrodin, and he says, "So, assuming you would like your reward now."
I mean, that was the deal, was it not?
It was. It's just that it might not be exactly what you thought it was going to be. And he takes the case and he hands it over to you. He says, "Here, I want you to have it."
Just the case? Nothing else?
No, it's got the spell, but he put it back inside and locked it back up.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Is it?
And yeah, so he hands the whole thing over to you.
Okay. Well, if he locked it, how do I unlock it?
That will come to you in time. I promise it'll be worth it.
I guess only time will tell then.
Please, Mirrodin, though, please, while you're here, I've got another job I think you might be interested in. An easy one, especially compared to the last one. Why don't you take a seat at this table? I will discuss here momentarily.
All right. I'll since kind of the two closer spots have been taken up, I'll just sit by this interesting character next to me.
Yeah.
Kind of keeping my distance from Asterion just because I'm not sure he recognizes or remembers me.
My guy loves making new friends at the bar, so I'm just chatting you up.
All right, I'll try one more
looks
time.
Looks at Gundren. Oh, so good.
No, I was just going to see if Jake was here.
Okay. But Kindred looks at Gundren and is like, "Why must you be so cryptic?"
It's just the nature of my kind. And he kind of chuckles. And then gives you a little wink, Kintram. So, I think we lost Jake, but that's okay because his is similar to Mirrodin. He also came in, comes into the bar looking for Gundren, and because Gundren had sought him out previously because of his talents, and kind of being recognized, and Jun, very eager for the job, comes up and Gundren says, yes, good to see you. I'm glad you were taking me up on this offer. Please have a seat at the table. There's just a couple more people that I wanted to get in on this. Jun sits down, takes a drink. Then he kind of leans over the side of his chair, says, "Tyrus, come on, it's time to discuss this job. Come over here, please."
All right, I started walking over. I kind of started noticing more people starting to show up at the table, but I'm gonna go sit by this. What is that? The Minotaur at the end over here.
Yeah.
I'll sit over here.
Yep. And you sit down, and I mean, you look disgruntled for sure.
Yeah, I got my mead though.
Yeah, you got your mead, but you're a little disgruntled, and Gundren can tell, and he says, "Don't worry, I haven't forgot about your cousin." And he then looks back over the table again, and he says, "Althea, I see you over there." And Althea, you kind of perk up real quick, like from behind the tavern, because you didn't think that he noticed you. But he has, in fact, been watching you this whole time. And right when he says Althea, Tyrus, you also recognize the name, and you kind of also perk up a little bit. Althea, how do you respond?
I attempt to conceal myself by putting a hand in front of my face, but it is not successful.
Yeah, and like the person in front of you, like that's been kind of talking to you. It's okay. Go talk to Gundren. He's fine. He spends a lot of time here.
All right. All right, so I pick up my drink and I walk over to the table too. I can figure out how. There we go.
And when you approach the table, Tyrus, you recognize Althea immediately as to be your relative.
I stay silent. I'm just observing. I'm kind of just like, is that really, thinking to myself, like, is that really my cousin? Is that my relative? My only relative? Not like in like disappointment or anything, just like kind of just in shock, I guess, in a way, like collecting myself, but also in a like a not obvious manner.
Yeah. So as you guys all as you guys all get to the table, Gundren kind of sits back in his chair and he holds his ale up and he says, "So, this is the group right here. I know you guys don't know each other now, but I promise this one will be worth it." And he like raises his hand up to like one of the waitresses and kind of flags her down to get another round for all of you guys. And she notices, smiles, and he winks at her, props some coin on the table. And as she goes to the back to pour more, he looks at all of you guys and says, "So, this is what I need from you all. I've dealt with some of you in the past. Some of you I've just heard of." And as he's looking at Jack, says, "Some of you guys, though, some of you, we go way back. I think this is a perfect opportunity to do a small job. Nothing crazy, nothing harmful. But I need you guys to deliver some supplies for me to Phandalin. It's about a 3.5 days journey from here, down south. I don't know if any of you have been there before, but there's a place over there called Barthen's Provisions. It's a trading post. I just need you guys to deliver some goods for me. Me and my brothers, we found something big down there. I don't want to go into too much detail. But you guys would leave tomorrow morning, first thing at the break of light. Travel by day, sleep by night. As you start getting closer to Phandalin, the woods, they can get a little cramped. I want you guys to be safe. There's plenty of provisions in there also for you all. I'd pay you all 10 gold pieces a piece. What do you guys say?
Is that up front? Or when
it's for when it's done. When the job is done. You see, me and my escort Sildar, he should be arriving here shortly. We're going to set out a little bit ahead of you guys. We need to take care of some business, if you will. And we'll meet you down there. I just can't take all this by myself. I need able-bodied folks who would be able to take this down there safely. And if harm were to come their way, that they would be able to stand up themselves. I think you guys are the perfect group for the job. What do you say?
Whiskey Jack looks at you and takes a swig of his ale and continues on staring at you. Just says, "You just hold on to that horse. We'll take care of the rest." Get it? Because he's not on his horse.
Oh, yes. Me and my horse were never separated other than sitting in a tavern and drinking with some fine folks like yourselves. What about the rest of you?
I give him an affirmative nod while I'm gulping down the rest of my mead.
I need money and
I,
information, so sure.
Thank you.
I go ahead and slam my beard down, shift my eyes away from Gundren to look at Mirrodin for a second, look back at Gundren and say, you know my price. It will be blood one way or the other.
Yes, I do know that. Yes, and he kind of gives you a little wink. Then he looks over at Iris. He says, "Speaking of blood, I don't know if you guys know this, but that gentleman right there is a blood hunter. Very useful in these regions."
Jack's getting a big old smile on his face because that's singing his tune.
I look at Whiskey Jack kind of like in kind of an angry sort of like eye level, but give him a little subtle wink.
He just kind of
He looks like
Actually,
just pretends
here,
he doesn't
here,
really
I
notice.
I want to actually roll intimidation.
All right. Your wink actually like kind of came out as like you were like you kind of winked, but like your other eye also partially closed.
Well, no,
So it looked like you were
I'll
just kind of blinking.
I kind of counter glare him, like using my bad reputation to like scare the shit out of him, to kind of repel it. I think that would be my version of what happened there. In my
I like it.
drunken state, that's what happened in my head.
First
All
bad
right.
roll of the night. First roll of the
So-
night, actually.
So Gundren looks at all of you, especially those of you that just had recently joined, and he says, "Well, my friends, I thank you for this." And as he says that, this gentleman kind of comes through the door, and he's not like in a panic
Hold
or
on.
anything. He just kind of walks up.
I didn't get a chance to ask Gundren what's the catch.
Oh. So he's no, there is no catch. I just need some goods delivered to Vandalin.
But why aren't you delivering them?
I'm just not able-bodied. I have Sildar, but it's just him and me. I need hired weaponry.
Are these goods illegal?
Yes, these goods are legal. They're fine. They're just some supplies.
Are we delivering to someone of ill repute?
No, not at all. You're delivering them to me. I just need you guys to bring them for me. I have no means. I have to go down there first, take care of some business, and then I'll meet you there. You deliver them to me. I continue on my way after I pay you.
And then Jack's like, typical woman, scared of a little fighting.
I'm clearly not satisfied by the answers, but I let it go.
I mumble under my breath, "Fucking drunkards."
Rob's trying to shakes his head.
So as you guys are kind of talking and drinking some more ale, another individual comes up to the table, and he kind of walks up to Gundren and whispers something in his ear. And as it's real quick, and after he whispers in his ear, he looks up and looks at you guys and says, "Hello, I am Sildar." And Gundren says, "Yeah, this is Sildar. He's the one that's going to be escorting me down there. We'll meet you guys there. By the time you guys get there, we'll already have started the expedition, and we'll need those supplies. So once you guys bring those supplies, we'll go ahead and start, and I'll give you your coin, and you guys can carry on your way."
What does Sildar look like?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, hold on a second. Let Let me show you guys.
Does he look like someone that we should trust when he says that they're going to start an expedition?
Yeah, can I take an insight check on Sildar?
That was Gundren that said that.
Oh. Yeah.
And I guess in general, could I take an insight check on Gundren too?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go ahead and do both.
Well, that picture.
Yeah, and he is a. Sildar. Sildar is a human. Looks like.
Looks like
Looks
it.
like yeah, yeah,
Looks like a
yeah.
bound,
He's a human.
bound human.
Looks sad.
Is he in handcuffs at this current moment, or is that just a?
That's just his picture.
Okay.
Yeah. So so that insight check. Who's that for? Kintram.
Ideally, a little bit of both. I'm just trying to get a read on if they're being like honest or if they're holding back something.
Yeah. So they are being honest, but they also seem like they're purposely not saying some things to you guys. But everything that they've said up to this point has been honesty. They haven't lied to you. And so Gundren stands up. He says, "Okay. Well, meet outside this inn. The first break of light. The wagons will be loaded. Sildar and I are leaving tonight. We'll meet you all in Phandalin in just a few days. Best of luck to you all on your adventure." And he slams his rest of his ale and starts walking away.
Yeah, my guy Jack raises his drink to that. Here.
My eyes
I like
narrow as though I'm trying to figure out what Gundren is not telling us.
You're just kind of eyeing him out on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it kind of fades. So everything kind of fades right back to the site of something that happened. As Tyrus and a couple others of you guys kind of snap back to reality quickly. And
It's gravity. Sorry.
whoop, there goes gravity. Like it. So you guys snap back and realize, after noticing that this is Gundren and Sildar's horses, and you guys are all alerted, basically on alert at this point. Do any of you guys do anything else?
Because I'm up there, I've got my whip out.
I hand the reins to Tyrus and I unseat from the horse and approach the woods to try to conceal myself.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
I keep my eye on Althea.
I'd like to go ahead and get out of the cart. Now, if I want to check for tracks, is that survival check?
Yes, I think that's survival.
So, yeah, I'd like to check for tracks to see if I can discern anything is amiss here, if I see more than just our party and these two horses.
Okay. Yep.
See if I can see any signs going on here.
And while he's doing that, Kintram is going to kind of walk around the horses.
Okay.
So, do I find anything?
All right. So you see the horse's tracks, kind of near where you're standing, Asterion. You see that they looked pretty normal up until this point, but right about where you're standing, maybe a few feet in front of you, they seem to. There was some sort of commotion at this point, where the tracks kind of stop, and it looks like maybe the horses like kind of reared back, and there's like an imprint. There's a couple imprints on the ground. So about right here, like kind of some large imprints, and then those imprints look like they. It almost looks like something was dragged up this way. So you see those imprints kind of get dragged. And then Kintram, as you're going around the horses, roll perception. So Kintram, as you're walking around the horses, you pick up on a scent, and it's a scent that you might be familiar with, and it smells like trouble. And you immediately go on high alert. And as soon as you start picking up on the scent, you kind of hear this coming from the forest. And now we're all going to roll initiative.
I tighten up my bands around my fists.
Before we do that, or I guess before I roll, I'm going to put my guy up next to the elephant because we were kind of going together on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're cool with that.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so...
Nice nat 20, Alex.
The old 0 initiative.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
I got 0 initiative, but I got that bad.
Poor Mirrodin.
Oh yeah, different music now.
Well, I hear people fighting.
Should we? Well, I mean, you can go first, Chris, since we both got at 20.
Oh,
Thank you.
It'll
I think
be
it goes
whoever's
based off
got the
of
bonus.
exit. Yeah.
Oh, we both got 0.
Well, if you know me, I'd never like to be the first person on the.
Well, I think we're waiting on Ian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me.
Ian's just setting stuff up, I think.
Yep.
Does it usually work where if we do tie, we just both roll again and then just?
Typically, I
Is
go
that how it works, or?
whoever's got the higher stat for that, typically. And then if that's tied, it's up to, I don't know, I guess it's up to the DM, really.
Yeah, but we both have 0, right?
Yes, but is yours, let's see, is yours 11 or 10?
For
Dexterity.
Did you say 0? 'Cause
mine's
you guys are
11.
Both at. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm 11
All right,
dexterity.
yeah, we're both tied.
We're tied in every way.
We are the shittiest that got the highest somehow.
You're really on my shit list now.
Yeah, we're rivals.
It's a love-hate relationship.
All right. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, Jake, are you with us?
What?
Jake, are you with
that's
us?
cool.
I'm assuming that was a yes.
Can you not hear me?
No, we couldn't hear you
Oh.
this time.
Yeah, we didn't hear you for like the last hour
Jesus
when we
Christ.
did the whole bar scene.
My bad.
Oh, no worries. All right,
He's
cool.
alive.
Awesome. All right, cool. So you guys are all on high alert as Whiskey and Hintrim up ahead. I would imagine that you guys all have your weapons equipped at this point because you guys kind of went on alert when you guys approached the scene with these horses. And so first is, hold on a second. Okay. So the first, and you guys can't see where they are right now, but they are. You can hear what sounds like goblins, kind of surrounding all of you guys. First one's going to make an attack, and it's going to shoot an arrow out from the woods. Althea, what is your armor class?
Does it not say? Armor class is 15.
It does. 15. So it is a hit. And so, Althea, you're standing there. You're kind of looking around, trying to become one with the force. And from this direction, an arrow comes flying, hits you right in the shoulder, dealing 4 damage.
What direction?
Right here. Coming from that direction.
Like the southeast.
This way. Yeah, look on my arrow.
The blue arrow, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Well, that's just great. 4 damage.
Yep, so 4 damage. Yep. All right, Whiskey.
So how high is that cliff? Does it look?
The cliff is. It's only a few feet. It's probably like 4 or 5 feet, and it's kind of like a not super steep incline either. Easily be able to traverse it.
Okay. So yeah, Whiskey Jack's gonna try to climb up this little ledge.
Okay.
Roll anything or what?
No, you won't have to roll anything for that. It's not super steep, so you're.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I see anything when I'm up to the top?
Yeah, so when you get up to the top, you are actually able to spot. You're able to spot 2 goblins hiding out in the embankment, or kind of hiding out in the tree line over there. They are a little obscured by trees, but you're able to spot them.
Okay, so on this guy, I would like to try to cast a spell. Once I read it first. I'm going to try to command this guy.
This one?
What's up?
The one closest to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to read that, or do you got it?
No, I think you're good. Because I have to just I have to do a save, right?
Succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay.
My save DC is only 12.
He did not save.
Oh, success.
Great.
I gotta read the rest. You can go to the next person while I read this.
Okay. Iris.
Ian, before is there a chance that I can let you know what weapon I have out before I start the combat, or do I have to use an action to pull out a weapon?
No, it's fine. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I'm sure you guys all already had a weapon drawn. I don't care what weapon it is. Just You guys probably all had weapons drawn because of your being on high alert.
Okay, I have my crossbow drawn. And I'm gonna go down here and get in front of Althea. That's the 5 out of 9. I'm assuming. And as I'm going down there, I'm like kind of like thinking in my head an old tune that I heard from ancient times called "Wasteland Warriors Hoots Patrol, fighting goblins everywhere we go." And by Glory Hammer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight an arrow or fire an arrow down at the goblin to my bottom left.
Okay.
Oh boy, it's been a long time. Okay.
And Ian, I'll just be telling that goblin to attack the other goblin if that's something this thing can do.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's not on the list. It basically says for you to decide how it happens.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Alex, that is not a hit.
Okay. And I don't think I can do any other moves, so I just mumble myself, damn it. Goblin bastards.
Also, just a reminder too that all of you guys have inspiration. Remember, start of session, you guys all do have inspiration.
Wait, I just marked it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to you real quick, Whiskey. So that command spell would have like what commanded him would have happened on your turn, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I basically whisper a word, and then he's under my command because he failed, and I'm just like doing like almost like a devil type whispering that carries in the wind to him to like possess him almost to go kill his buddy.
All right. So yeah, when you command him, he actually he turns his attention to. Are you talking about this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to. Oh, my music stopped. Oh, because dang it, forgot to put on repeat. So he's gonna fire. So he turns his short bow, over to his goblin friend, and he's going to shoot him. And oh, jeez.
Did he crit?
So, Whiskey, you whisper into his ear. And he like turns his attention. He's got his short bow. He just fired at Althea, so he's got the next one already drawn. It's like he gets possessed. He turns his attention to his comrade. His comrade doesn't even notice because he's looking at the rest of the party, and he fires at his comrade and lands him right in between the eyes. Like it like goes through his ear and like pops out his like right in between his eyes, and that goblin falls to the ground dead.
Nice.
Whiskey Jack kind of sees it all and like does a flex, but you can't see anything because he doesn't have any muscles. So weak.
So, a goblin from the opposite embankment kind of does a crazy like yell as he runs down like through the forest and jumps over the like encampment and lands 10, 15, 20 and lands right next to Kentrim and takes a slash out of him with his scimitar. Oh my gosh, dang it. Yeah, so he lands right next to you, and like as he's going out, he goes, and brings his scimitar down over you, and just like you like barely sidestep, and he lands right on the ground right next to you, and he's actually down on the ground prone. I rolled a 1.
Nice.
It's a great
Sounds about right.
Great first session so
Balance
far.
in all things.
Yeah. So we're gonna so he's prone. Anyway, Smee.
Okay, I'm gonna fire my light crossbow at the one next to Keltron.
The one that's charmed.
No, the one that I can see. By the horses.
By Kentrim. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Okay. Ooh, yep. That is a hit. Roll damage.
That's one. Okay, for me that's 1d8 plus 2. So 4 damage to the goblin that's now laying on the ground.
All right. 4 damage. Okay. Awesome.
And
Lee, I
that
don't
would be
know
my
if you know
turn.
this, but if you hit that light crossbow button next time, it'll add the extra for you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it used to come up automatically, the damage each time, but they've changed something since the last time.
Yeah, I
try to
turned
remove
that
that.
feature. I turned that feature off
You did, yeah.
for this campaign. Yeah. Well, no, I turned the feature off where it automatically shows up. Just because I like the satisfaction of being able to hit that button.
Mhm.
All right.
I will
Anything else,
tell
me?
him. No, that's to it.
All right.
And the cleric, I can do 1 attack.
Okay. Althea.
I would like to use Mask of the Wild, but does it does that count as an action?
What is it? Here, actually, I can just look at the character
Attempt to
sheet.
hide when you are lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, other natural phenomena.
Yeah, that would be a bonus action, right, Chris? Doing something like attempting to hide.
I don't have my sheet next to me. Just said, oh look.
I think I'm pretty sure that would be a bonus action.
That's how we did it when I was in the last campaign I was in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm trying to think here. Give me a sec.
I think it's only a bonus
Okay.
action if you are a rogue.
Well, I am.
Okay.
So works out.
Perfect.
Okay, so
Sorry,
I'm
I can't
gonna
remember anybody's classes.
move
It'll take a little
positions.
bit.
I'm gonna move positions and attempt to use Mask of the Wild. Do I got a roll for that, or how does that work?
No, I don't think so. That's just one of your features.
I'm just curious because it says you can attempt to hide, so I don't know if it's successful or not. I don't know. Can we assume it was successful?
Yeah, we'll assume it was successful.
Okay. In that case, I don't think I have anything currently out, so I'm going to draw out my short bow.
Okay.
And I would like to fire at the goblin that attacked me. Am I able to do that, or is that going to take another turn?
Let's see. You moved. You hid.
He also drew a weapon.
I think that would. Yeah, that
drew
would
a
take
weapon.
another. Yep.
All right, then. I'm just going to assume then that I'm currently concealed where I'm at
Okay.
from at least that goblin.
Okay. All right, Kintram.
So Kintram sees this goblin fall down, kind of goes a big huff, and goes in for a very heavy, prone, unarmed strike.
Nice.
I guess misses.
Yeah, not a hit.
Then I shall use my bonus action to make another unarmed strike.
Okay. And that is also not a hit.
Oh my goodness. And that would be my turn.
He's literally laying down right in front of you.
I'm just punching the ground next to him. Why can't I hit him?
It's like a bad dream.
Your trunk keeps getting in the way.
All right, Jund.
Alright. So I gotta do the thing. Oh yeah, I got fucking number. I will cast Chill Touch on the dude laying down.
All right.
You got chill touch too?
So, of course.
It's gonna be a cold campaign.
And
There
chill
you go.
touch. That's just a hit, right?
I can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a hit.
I think it's
Yeah.
no, it's a spell attack.
No, it's
Yeah.
a cantrip.
Right? Yeah, it's a cantrip that
Mm,
you make an attack with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage.
4, 1.
All right.
a necrotic
Oh, man.
one, though. That's better than a normal.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So he's laying on the ground, beaten and bloodied, and
He's cold now.
now he's now a little cold. He's kind of shivering, still laying on the ground.
Mm.
Hey, Ian, as a reaction, can I yell out, "Don't kill him quite yet"?
Sure. Yep. All that.
Alright then.
Which one are we not going to kill?
The one by me.
next to the elephant.
The one- okay.
You could do that, but I've got one commanded at the moment.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Good
the
point.
two that we can see, one's on the ground and one's under command. So
All right.
we just
Asterion.
need to see how many more.
Yep.
Can I do a perception to see if there's more goblins?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'll allow it.
perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah. You notice that there is at least one more other goblin, or you can perceive that there's at least one other goblin besides the two that are here.
Kind of up
Alive still.
on the top side, right?
Yeah. Your
up here?
your senses are drawing to that area up there. Yep.
Okay. Follow-up question. Are these horses just sitting there or did they flee?
They fled, but not all the way out of the scene. Like they're kind of like, as soon as the goblins made their presence known, they kind of flee, but they're still like wandering a little bit farther down the road.
Okay. Well then, in that case, I'm gonna attack this guy here on the ground.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do an attack with my great axe.
Okay.
And that would be...
Oh, yep, that's a hit.
And then I just push the little button, this thing.
All right, describe your kill.
As I run over there, I kind of do a pouncing slam from the atop my, like, overhead down to the earth, and I cleave him in half.
Jeez. Nice.
They're tiny, puny little goblins.
Tiny, puny goblins. All right.
Yes.
Good work. Okay. Next is another goblin. You guys can't see yet. And it is going to fire a shot. It's going to fire a shot at Smee. Smee, and it does not hit. But so this arrow comes flying, and Jund, you notice this arrow fly right over your head, and then Smee, it seems to have gone straight for you, and it goes right past you, like into the small embankment. And as this arrow came from this direction, and as soon as you saw it, as soon as you saw where the arrow came from, you were able to figure out where that last goblin is.
Okay.
All right, Mirrodin.
Seeing that last goblin attack, let's see. I would like to. What's my distance? I would like to use a Thorn Whip, but I would like to move a little bit.
Okay.
Which buttons to not be selected right now? Hold on. There we go. So I kind of want to like shift down here, and then use Thorn Whip on him, which is cantrip. You want it in the chat, or?
Yeah, throw it in the chat because I'm not familiar with that one. Transmutation. Oh, cool. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, go ahead and yeah, make your attack.
What do I roll here?
I think you you should be able to just click
Roll
the
this melee spell. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I can just click it.
Yep. And it does not hit.
Shame. That was all I really had, so.
All right. Although, if that one ever lands, that's a pretty cool cantrip.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the goblin up top. Or, sorry, down below. Chris, what is it like? So, is it. How long is it commanded for?
Just until you break free of the wisdom save.
Okay, so I just need to do another wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right, and that was. What was the. I have to save against?
12.
12. Oh. Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. Nope, that was the right thing. Okay, yeah, so it did not save again.
That's right. No one resists the power of Jack.
Gosh dang it. Okay. And you can see, like, you can tell though that like this goblin is like kind of like talking to itself, like it's making these grunting noises, and it's trying to fight whatever is just made it kill one of its comrades, but it can't. It just can't shake it off. So with that, we'll go back to you, Jack.
So yeah, Whiskey Jack will actually summon the creature over to him by command. And while doing so, I'll pull out my rope. So I have him come right in front of me so that I can tie him up.
All right. And yeah, you're able to tie him up. So yeah, let me I know there's a little rope thing. Or there's a web. We're gonna do that. He's webbed. Okay. Anything else with that? Or is that your turn?
I'll take any weapons he's got on him. What does he have, a bow?
So as he approaches, he's got a short bow and a scimitar.
Heck yeah, I'm putting that in my inventory.
All right. Iris.
Okay, so he's got that goblin, and there's the goblin above us. We don't know that there's any other goblins around, or should I have to should I roll for that? What would I need to
No,
roll?
you're not sure if there's any more goblins, but yeah, you just have to do like a perception check if you wanted to like kind of see if there's more goblins out there.
Man, I'm not doing good this campaign.
That's all right. So you see the goblin, and then there's the one that Jack has tied up, and you make the assumption that there's no more goblins. It's just these two.
I should really just be using my physical dice, I think, at this point. It's ridiculous. But I do know that there's a goblin up ahead. I'm just going to move.
Yeah.
I'm just going to move here. Wait, can I move?
Yeah, you can move.
Okay, but I can't attack. Right?
No, you can attack.
Okay.
Because
then
you
I'll-
just did a skill check. You just did a quick glance around and then moved.
All right, so it's been a long time since I've done physical rolls as far as like advantage and disadvantage and stuff.
Mhm.
So I rolled my d20 and then whatever my damage is, right? But like what goes on with the whole disadvantage and all that kind of stuff?
You just roll it again if you have advantage or disadvantage, and then you either take the lower or the higher, depending on if you're rolling with advantage or disadvantage.
And if you use
since
your
we're
inspiration-
reusing our inspiration, yeah, exactly. Since we're resetting our inspiration every round, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it.
Every session. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. Yeah.
I got
so roll
a 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, and then so that inspiration is just for the roll, right? It's not for the damage.
Correct.
Okay. Two plus two, or no?
So
Wait. The damage is is 2.
damage is 2.
Yeah.
2 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And what was your weapon?
It was the light crossbow.
Okay. Yep. So you kind of run up, and as you're going up, you fire a shot at the goblin in the woods that you can now see, and land one right in his shoulder, dealing him the 2 damage.
So in the weapons menu on my character sheet, so forgive me because it's been a little bit. Under the attack, it says +2. That's just for the initial roll, right?
Yeah, that's your attack roll.
Okay. So that would be that. So my 17 would have been a 19, technically, or how does that work?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. It's been a while since I've done physical dice rolling, so.
Yep. All right.
So you done, Alex?
Yep, I'm done.
All right. It's me.
Nice.
5 more piercing damage to it.
Okay. 5 more piercing damage. All right. And so you fire at that goblin, and the goblin, after taking another arrow prior to you from Tyrus, drops dead. And with that being that there are no more goblins present that can fight, combat has ceased.
Okay. Yay, we won.
Woot.
And the goblin that's currently like subdued is kind of just like trying to like fight out of this rope, and it keeps like looking up. It keeps looking up, like at Kintrim, like kind of towards Kintrim, but like beyond Kintrim.
And I've kind of got him on that like
That way.
like on a leash with that rope in, and so I'm kind of treating him like a slave and pushing him down that hill.
Nice.
But I also don't speak Goblin, so I let everybody know I got a prisoner, but I can't actually talk to him.
So when I see that you have the goblin, wait, combat has ceased, right? You said.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm kind of walking towards the goblin. I actually happen to know goblin. Gosh, I'm gonna need some help with this. I'm gonna ask him. These horses belonged to Gundrim. What was the other guy's name?
Sildar.
Sildar. I'm gonna ask them what they did with them, and throw. Oh gosh, freaking intimidation. When I roll intimidation, that's a D20, right? I'm gonna do it physical again.
Yeah, it's just add your roll a D20 and then make sure you add your whatever your
extra 1 point.
I
think it's just yeah.
Can I add to that and give him advantage because I'm his aggressor?
Yeah. Yep.
Not needed. I just rolled a 19.
Nice.
Plus the 1, so it's 20 with intimidation.
So,
and speaking in Goblin, asking what they did with what happened to Gundren and the other Dildo, whatever his name is.
So he seems hesitant at first to tell you anything. But because of your kind of stature and your look, he goes, okay, fine. I guess I can tell you. The spider was paying the Gragmaws. Told us to capture Gundren. And they wanted to send him and anything that he had to King Groll. We just were following King Groll's orders. We ambushed him. We took him and his personal effects. Some map to King Groll. Sildar is in a different location, though.
Okay, where is Sildar? Where is... But Ian, we don't know anything about King Groll, right? Like, no. We don't know... Okay, and that's a place?
No. Yeah, you have King Groll.
I don't know, whatever you said.
That's a person.
King Groll?
Yeah.
King Groll? Okay, that's a person.
King Groll,
King Groll, okay. So I'm just going to ask him, who is King Groll and where is Sildar?
Groll.
Roll another intimidation.
Okay. Again, physical. 17 with the extra point.
Did you do the advantage one?
I'm sorry? This is just my roll. I
know.
rolled 16 and got the +1.
Yeah, no, I give you advantage, so that's an extra dice roll. And you just pick the higher of the two.
Oh, okay. So if I roll worse on the second one, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, the second one was 13, so obviously go with the 16 plus 1.
Sildar is in the eating cave. He's not far. King
was the
Gruul,
cave
I'm surprised. He said the eating cave. Sorry, is my mic really far away?
No,
I
you're
can
good.
hear
No, it's be cut out.
It's just, goblin language,
Yeah, and keep in mind too that all of you guys, like really, I think Tyrus is probably the only one. So Tyrus is gonna have to relay this information back to you guys, unless you guys speak Goblin.
No, that's why
I do have Goblin.
That's why I haven't.
Can
chimed in.
I, since it's kind of hard to remember everything, can I just, at the end of this, be like, I relay the information to people?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, of course.
I did want to ask him one more question, though. At least one more question.
Well, he was responding to your King Gruul question.
Oh, okay.
He was going to say, I'm surprised you don't know who King Gruul is. He's the leader of the Kragmaw band. He's in the castle.
And I'm guessing, don't know anything about this cat. We don't know anything about this land, right?
Not
really.
unless
I'm
any of you
sorry. I'm
guys
just
are
trying
from
to cover
Phandalin.
I'm just trying to cover my ass because, like, there's a lot of stuff that I missed on Curse of Strahd that I'm like, that I probably should have known, but there's just so many names and stuff that it's hard to keep up. And I know this is just session 1, but all right, I'll ask him where the castle is. Do I need to roll again for intimidation?
Okay, and then another intimidation? Yeah, yep.
All right, that is a 13 plus 1.
And Chris, does he still get advantage on that one too?
Yeah, because I'm helping him this whole time. So any of these ones that I'm helping him with a check, he should be having advantage.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take the second one, which is another 16 plus 1.
Okay, and what's your third question? Oh,
It was where the
castle
castle was, and that was my at least the third question. There was one question that I did want to ask though, once I get to it. But yes, I'm asking where the castle is.
Okay. So he responds and he says, I'd say it's about 20 miles northeast in Neverwinter Woods. Give or take a mile. Although if I were you, you think we're deadly. Be careful of those other goblins. They're very strange. They've been joining us lately.
Okay, I'm gonna
But
roll.
I've said too much.
When Alex relays that back, I'm just like, wait, he thinks that they're deadly?
Yeah, I wanted to roll and just like see what kind of threats we have that we're going into. That was going to be my main question for my last one that I was going for. So I'll roll again. That is a 9. So let's go again. God damn it. It's another 9. 10.
That's fine. So he responds and says, well, it depends. Are you getting your friend Sildar, or are you going to the castle?
What's at the castle again?
That's where the dwarf is.
That's where he
Gendrum?
said
Or-
King Gruul is, and that's where they took Gundren. But he told you guys that Sildar is close at somewhere called the Eating Cave.
So we should probably get Sildar first, huh?
That'd probably be a good
If
idea.
he's closer, yeah. Okay, I'll ask him what kind of threats are at the
Eating cave.
towards where Sildar is. However you would word that. Oh, that's a 19 plus 1. Yeah,
So-
I'll go with the 19.
He doesn't want to answer right away, but again, like Chris or Whiskey kind of tightens him up a little bit and is able to really get a good grasp on him. And he goes, okay. So, listen, can I make a deal with you, Elf?
I slowly nod, but hesitantly.
Let me show you the way. I will not hurt you. I will make sure that the threats that you might come across are noticed before you come across them. I'll point out the dangers. I'll show you the way, only if you let me live.
Can I roll for to detect deception or anything like that,
Yeah.
or is that?
Yeah. You
Can I
can
roll insight? I check too on that, Ian.
Yeah. Yep. I'll let you both do it.
Do I just roll deception, or is it something else?
You'd roll an insight check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do I still have advantage, or is that just for the intimidation part?
I think it'd still just be for the intimidation part. Since now you're kind of doing something a little bit different than trying to intimidate him.
That's okay. I got a 15, and that's a +0.
Yeah, between you and Kentrum, you guys don't notice any kind of signs of him deceiving you. He seems a little shady because he's a goblin, and I would imagine probably all of you have probably dealt with a goblin or two in your past, and so you know that they're squirrely little creatures, but they will try and bargain if they can, especially if they feel outnumbered.
Okay, and I'm going to respond to him.
Well,
I'm going to say,
Jack's
or
gonna
yeah,
jump
go
in.
ahead.
Yeah, Jack's gonna jump in on your guys' kind of insight with all of it, and just kind of points out, don't get any ideas. This one's spoken for.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was going to, I guess I could do intimidation again, but I'm going to say all right, we'll spare you. We'll trust you on this, but you make one move and my dagger's in your throat, sort of thing. I don't know. It could have been more badass than that.
And while he's threatening him, I'm standing there holding
his neck.
Yeah, I'm standing there holding the bottom half of the goblin I cut in half earlier.
Just the back.
Just holding it.
just kind of showing it off.
By the way, this is what I did earlier.
Hey, remember your buddy right here?
Do you want me to roll, Ian, or is that enough?
Nope, you're good.
Okay, cool.
You're good. The rest of you guys, me, Althea, Mirrodin, and John, do any of you guys do anything as you guys are kind of witnessing all of this? Are you guys doing anything while they're having the conversation?
Just keeping an eye out. Maybe bring the carts up
more
a little
goblin.
bit closer.
No, I guess not.
Okay.
If I could, Ian, I would like to at least try to make an investigation check on the dead goblins to see if they have anything of importance, like keys, maps, anything that could help us.
Yeah, sure.
And take a big whiff at least one of them so I know they're sent.
Yeah.
And then for my character, what was it that Sildar is offering to the group? Why would my guy
Gundren?
want to? Yeah, no, Sildar.
Sildar?
Gundren's the one I made the deal with.
Yeah, Sildar's not offering anything. He was just the one that escorted Gundren. So he's just the one that was escorting Gundren. You guys don't really know a whole lot about him.
Okay, so for, I guess, to play to my character, he would not be interested in saving Sildar.
Mine neither. So maybe we should say that.
Yeah, Whiskey Jack, he'll pipe in there, and just, he'll state that. Pretty obvious. Because I'm getting money from Rockseeker, not Sildar.
So if we go to Sildar, it would be a rescue. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I thought it would just be
Which-
to go get information.
That's kind of
Well,
how
it'd be
I
to
was
go get
looking at
him.
it.
Rescue him, and maybe he could help us out when we go to a castle, because the castle sounds like it's going to be a lot tougher than just a cave.
And Sildar might know information about it.
Or he might be a higher level or something, which would be something that would help us out.
Makes it easier to get the Gundren.
Okay,
Yeah,
Althea's gonna
another follower or something. I
Althea's
wanted
gonna
to do.
speak up at this point, and say really quick. Sildar is hired just like the rest of us. Is that correct?
No. So any of you that have worked with Gundren before would know that Sildar is always present around Gundren whenever you guys have done dealings
Are
with
they
him. So-
partners?
Yeah, they're essentially partners.
So equal in knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
It seems like Sildar is like, he's the weapon and Gundren is just kind of the brains.
Sildar is redundant, so we can move on without him.
Right.
That's what my character says.
Yeah, that's what my character is also with that.
Yeah. Actually, mine wants to kill this goblin, so I don't want to save Sildar, and I want to kill this goblin. So yeah, I'm also fine not going after Sildar.
So the goblin hears all of you guys, and he kind of looks at the elf. He says, "They're not going to save their friend. This is interesting. I kind of like it. I mean, sure, there might be riches, but that's okay."
Wait, riches?
Yeah, the eating
Well-
cave may be where they take everything.
Well, we don't
before
speak
they-
goblins. We won't know that he's
Yeah,
saying
none of
that.
you guys would know.
Oh,
It
yeah.
only
So, okay.
Tyrus would be the only one that heard that.
So I guess it's up to Tyrus to tell us.
Mirrodin can also understand, by the way.
So I hear all you guys.
Oh yeah, well Mirrodin,
Talking-
Mirrodin would also know this.
So I hear all you guys talking about killing him and all this kind of stuff. And once I hear riches, I kind of look around. I'm like,
Oh, did the Minotaur say he's gonna kill my guy out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sure, why not?
But yeah, that would be. Whiskey Jack kind of steps in front of that and it starts kind of staring you down. So, anyways, you can go ahead, Alex.
so I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna hold my dagger up to the goblin's throat, like as if I'm about to kill him. And I'm kind of just like, cause I kind of like made sort of a deal with him. And like in a way, like my way of thinking is like if we had another person on our team to go in towards this castle, then it'd just be one extra brute force. But no one else is seeing that. So I'm just gonna say like, all right, it's up to you guys. Do you
I'm
guys
saying
want?
we go get him?
Yeah, I know.
Because
And
that way
that's
he can help us out.
yeah, I know, and I know that some people do want to go and some people don't. I'm gonna hold up my dagger, and I'm gonna say, all right, guys. In the way that I'm sounding a lot happier as I'm saying this, but do you want to kill him? Or do you want to see if we can get some money out of this? And save our friend?
I mean, to clarify, I didn't say money. I just said riches.
I'm going to turn back to him and speak in Goblin. What kind of riches? Be specific.
Visionary riches.
Like it's a scenic route? But sorry, I guess
Visionary.
I don't hear this.
Visionary riches? What do you mean?
Provisionary riches.
That would
Food.
probably mean like lots of food and supplies, yeah.
Oh, provisionary? Oh, okay.
Now, there might be some coin. I don't know what they've found recently, but... And he starts kind of mumbling off, like saying they might have found this, maybe some copper, some gold. I'm not sure.
Copper, gold. What about silver?
Yeah, maybe some silver too. Yeah, silver for sure.
and I kind of like, I really, really want to stab him. But I'm like, biting my lip. I'm like, there's silver.
Are you in an evil
Silver
alignment?
involved, guys. Huh?
Do you have a dark alignment?
I'm chaotic neutral.
Okay.
But one thing that I wrote as kind of like a, kind of an offset thing is that I really like silver for some odd reason. And I haven't figured, I don't know why yet. I'll figure that out as we go through the campaign.
It's so shiny.
Shiny.
It's just one of those fun things that I just wanted to add into my characters. So I'm going to just repeat back to them. I'm going to say we have provisionary supplies. We got some money, and we can save our friend. And that could also be helpful when we go to this castle, because we don't know what's up there. We don't know what kind of what we're up against, and maybe an extra number might be helpful for that.
But some of you
There's
guys,
a lot of
also-
goblins, I can tell you that.
some of you guys might actually be friends with
Sorry.
Sildar, dude, right?
What'd you say, Ian?
Yeah.
Some people,
I was gonna say, as you were saying that, the goblin was also like kind of was mumbling. Oh, there's also a lot of goblins at that castle. Strange ones, very strange.
And
ones.
I okay, so I dart my eyes back at him, and I give him a kind of like an angry stare, and then I give like, I mean, I guess he wouldn't even notice this through my mask, but I kind of like smirk a little bit because I love killing goblins, but even though I didn't show it in this last fighting session, but I start to lower my dagger, but I still have it in hand, like I'm ready to stab him at any point if he tries anything. And I basically repeat what he said to the whole team as far as the riches and everything.
Yeah, and also Chris asked if people might be friends with Sildar, and the answer to that is yes. If any of you guys have done dealings with Gundren, chances are you've probably built up a established relationship with Sildar at some point too.
Yeah. So my position on this situation is that my character has no ties to Sildar, and he'll explain this in his own, in-game words. But out of character explanation, there's no tie to Sildar for him to want to pursue him. And Whiskey Jack, if you're gonna go to a castle, there's gonna be riches there too. So there's not really an argument that holds up to get me to go rescue Sildar at the moment. So he'll be a nay on that. Out of character, I'd love to go rescue him, but I'm playing to my character.
No, you're good.
So I
I'm
think
kind
what
of-
you guys need to do is I think you guys all need to figure out who's for it and who's against it. We also haven't really heard from Mirrodin or Jund on their decision or what they're thinking.
So
Of course
for
we gotta
me,
go see them. Come on.
I'm sorry, go ahead. All right, so I guess I'll go. For me,
Yeah, maybe we type it.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, for me, I think I realized that Sildar is useful to my relationship with Gundren, even though I don't like him.
Kintram's indifferent, but wants to find more information. Blue Sildar might be the best way to get it.
Abduct.
I wouldn't mind keeping him in chains.
Abduct
Out
Sildar.
of character explanation, I guess, but yeah. So it's 5-3 right now. So, right, 1, 2,
5 to 2.
3, 4, 5, 1, 2, yeah. But yeah,
What do we
worst
got?
case would be 5-3. So for Democratic at all, we're saving them.
And Tyrus, what's your vote? Because yours is the last one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He guesses. I guess.
That's true.
Okay.
I guess you could go there and not even rescue him, just take the silver.
Just leave him there.
Who? Okay, so.
So
Okay,
Whiskey
so-
Jack and Althea both have no interest in rescuing Sildar. Asterion wants to just abduct Sildar. And the rest of you guys want to rescue Sildar.
Yeah, so I think for the diplomatic side, I'm assuming it's going to go that we're rescuing, and when you guys all conclude that, my character is just like, all right, fine, but I'm taking a higher share of the treasure.
So, yeah, you guys come to this vote to go rescue Sildar, and the goblin kind of looks around, perks up, and he goes, "Well, then I assume we're going to become good acquaintances then, as will be your tour guide. How to get to this Sildar fellow."
Does this goblin
guess we
speak
should-
any common, or is he still speaking in goblin?
Yeah, no. So he's speaking common now.
Okay.
So he's speaking common now. This is the first time he would have spoke common. He says, "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Blurg."
Is he very fancy sounding?
Blurred.
Yeah. He kind of like pretends to be fancy, but you guys can see right past it. He's just a measly old goblin that's currently subdued and on a rope. It has no weapons. So he essentially has no way to defend himself at this point.
Oh, did we
And-
get anything from the dead goblins? Or did anyone search for anything off of them?
Oh yeah, sorry. You guys did roll. Someone rolled an investigation on that. I meant to comment. You guys didn't find anything except for their weapons, which was just they each had a scimitar and they each had a short bow. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
I'll take one of the scimitars as a backup.
All right. So marching order for going to find Sildar.
I'm still going to leave him
I'm a-
tied
I'm
up
a-
for a bit.
Yeah, okay. So you'll leave him tied up. I'm assuming then you'll be kind of towards the front then.
Yeah, I'll have him on a leash.
Okay. So I'm just gonna drag your guys' tokens just kind of nearby. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to just kind of arrange your tokens how you see fit up here. How you guys want your marching order to be. And if there's anything like special that you guys are doing,
Why are we all on a line?
Marketing.
Oh, he said marching order. I took that literal.
alrighty, cool.
And then also, Whiskey Jack will at some point make a comment how the girl was the only one to get injured and, like, demeans her. Sorry, Ben.
Oh man.
He is evil.
Whiskey Jack's kind of a piece of shit.
So as you guys start to move forward, the goblin now known as Blurg, he says, "And after all the ambushes we've had on this road, this is the first one where I ended up in the net." And he like kind of continues going north, and there's kind of some thickets up there, and he kind of pulls the thickets back, and you find like this little trail. As you guys are walking through this trail, you can see like little goblin footprints just all over the place. Obviously, a spot that they've probably been utilizing for quite some time to trap people. Oh, I guess I forgot to ask, what do you guys do with the wagon that you guys were
Oh yeah, that's
carrying
right.
with?
Oh, that's right.
Oh man, I
I
forgot
know,
there was a
I heard-
wagon.
Well, I heard someone mention something about it, like that they were. I think it was you, Lee. I thought someone said that they were doing something with it.
Yeah, we left the e-brake on.
Yeah, we should probably pull him to the side, kind of hide him from the road, and
Yeah, bring him down like this goblin path or whatever, at least for
Hold
a
on a
bit, and
sec.
hide him there.
This stronghold that Sildar is 20 miles away,
That was the
No,
castle.
right?
that was the castle, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought he said it was close by.
Sildar's
Yeah,
close
Sildar.
by,
Yes.
but the
Castle is
castle's
20
not.
miles northeast. Okay, I'm just taking
Yeah,
my
King
notes down.
Groll. Yeah.
How close is Eating Cave then?
Are you asking me or the goblin?
I'm asking if the goblin has shared that information yet.
All he told you guys is that it's nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he told you guys earlier, or that's what he told Iris earlier.
All right.
Wait, did you ask the goblin that, or was that out of game? Or are you trying to ask the goblin that as well?
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
trying to
that's
ask the
what I'm asking.
goblin that. I was clarifying with the DM what the goblin has already said because I missed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
all-
all he said earlier, but no one's asked him since then. I guess to clarify,
Right. And I
like how
won't be able
far
to
you
ask.
guys will be going.
I won't be able to ask him. So let me see about.
Well,
something
he
else,
speaks
though.
common though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's talking common to you guys.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, then Althea asks the goblin, "How close is this eating cave?"
Oh, just a few miles north of here, but we're gonna want to be careful. We did set maybe just a few traps along the way. Don't worry, I'll point them out.
Will the trap slow us down any?
Not if you don't step in them.
Can I roll for deception for if he's actually gonna point them out,
Yeah, you'd be an insight check.
or insight? Yeah, rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, at this point, I know it's just still in the same scene, but you guys are traveling through the trail at this point. You guys
Okay.
are going down the trail.
Before we leave, I would like to do something to conceal the wagon. Maybe cover it with branches, or make it look as though it's as though it has nothing in it, something like that.
Just kind of like hidden like around over here somewhere.
Just make it
Oh,
look
right.
like there's nothing worth taking from it in
Oops.
case other passersby come by.
And like
I would-
antlers on the horses.
I would also like to assist with that, and I thought we were going to bring it up the trail a little bit so it's out of the main pathway.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, I won't be able to do it on my strength alone, but if we have multiple people doing it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assist with that as well, and
Yeah,
see if I
Kentrim's helping.
can like some variation of Thorn Whip to kind of like conceal with some vines or whatever.
I'll allow it. So yeah, so you guys, let's say you kind of put it over here. Kind of got it off the main trail. It's just about as far as you can get it into this little thicket before it gets too tight, and you guys are able to feel it pretty well.
While they're doing that,
Covered up.
Ian, my guy will be taking a short rest while they do that.
Okay.
you think it's gonna take that long?
Well, so my spells come back with a short rest, and I use that command spell, not super low level, so I get 1.
Yeah. So
Um,
cool. So so we'll say it'll take you about an hour then. An hour for a minimum short rest for you guys. If you guys all take the short rest, or if I know a couple of you are going to be doing things during the short rest.
Oh, was Ben? Were you hiding stuff? Because you could get some hit points back if you took a short rest.
I should take a short rest.
Okay.
Short rest is also an hour for me, or is it a different amount of time?
So a short rest is like a short rest is essentially anywhere between like 1 and 4 hours is what a short rest is.
Okay.
And you'll roll your
So
hit
if you guys,
die.
yeah, yep. So just roll your hit die from your character sheet, and that'll determine how many hit points you get back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
Back
So you're back
full
at
health,
full
baby.
health. And yeah, it's enough daylight, and you've got the goblin kind of on some kind of tied up. He's able to keep watch for you guys. So if you guys have any spell slots or anything, you guys are able to get them back, and then if your character allows it for spell slots.
I
Okay.
do let the goblin know that, you know, if he makes it through all this, he's got a spot in my ship. Because I like his conniving little ways.
And he kind of salutes you. He kind of gives you like a weird handed salute. Like he can't really figure out how to do it, but he tries to give you a salute.
But I still keep him tied up. For now.
Yeah.
He's gotta earn that.
As we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have been traveling for about 10 minutes down the trail after you take your short rest and concealed the wagon and the oxen. And you guys have traveled for about 10 minutes when he kind of stops you guys. He says, wait. I think it was right around here we set our first trap. And he kind of like looks around and he tries to look for things. And he then sees the snare on the ground that you guys would have tripped right over had he not been with you or you weren't looking for traps. And he's able to kind of get rid of it. And so he takes away the snare and no one is caught.
Can I keep that? The snare?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could keep it for sure.
Cool.
And then you guys travel another 10-ish minutes. And you guys have been talking this whole time, and the goblin's been just kind of staying on the trail, but trying to like be like really weary of like where he's stepping. And then he like holds up his hand again. So stop, right here. There's another trap. And he like points at the ground, and there is a pit trap that spans just like a small little section on the trail. It's big enough that Kintram and Asterion could have fallen in it. Like, so it's big enough for them to be able to fall into it, but not big enough for like multiple of you to fall in. And so he kind of motions you guys to sidestep around this little spot on the trail to make sure you don't fall into the pit. And then, one second. So then you guys travel just a few more, or just about another mile up ahead. And as you guys get close, the heck? Hold on a second. As you guys get close, you guys start to see up in the distance. You guys can see that the trail ends at a cave that looks to be in a hillside about 5 miles total from the scene of the ambush. There's a shallow stream that flows from the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right side of the stream. And as you guys are approaching, though...
Ian, I got to step away. So go ahead and keep going. I'll catch up.
Okay. As you guys are going, Blarg kind of motions for you guys to keep quiet. It's getting a little bit darker, as it's been about an hour to get you guys this far. And The sun it's not setting completely, but I'd say it's, late afternoon. And he motions for you guys to kind of keep quiet and puts his mouth or like puts a finger up to his mouth. And let me just make sure that I have this set up right. Okay. So I'll pull you guys to the next. Okay. So as you guys get a little bit closer, he motions you guys to be quiet, and he points to the tree line that is opposite of. Oh wait, you guys are all weird. There we go. That opposite of the stream where there's a tree line, and he kind of points to it silently, and then pulls his hand back, kind of like in the form of like someone drawing an arrow.
Okay, this is what we're looking at.
Sounds like a rogue's deal. Sneak over there and take someone out.
Yes. Let me take this note down real quick. Okay. I'm going to try to sneak over to the woods and use Mask of the Wild again to be obscured and unnoticed.
Which woods are you sneaking over to?
Across the river.
That way. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
roll stealth. Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll stealth. Okay. So as you were walking and you kind of went you went into the stream, you did cause a little bit of sound wading through the water, as when you went to the stream it was about 2 feet deep. Very slow moving. But you did kind of kick up a little bit of water. And when you cross to the other side, you kind of off in the distance through that tree line, you hear like kind of some rustling, and you also hear what sounds like might be some light snoring.
Okay.
This is still open, right? Anybody can do anything right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate the snoring. Again, stealthily, if possible.
Okay.
Would that be an investigation check or?
Yeah. Are you going to stay where you're at, or are you moving somewhere?
I still have my short bow drawn because I forgot to put it away. So I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay.
So investigation?
Yeah. Yep. So you hear, so you kind of lean your head in a little bit closer to the tree line, and you kind of hear a slight snoring, and then you hear, and then you hear what sounds like someone like a thump noise, and then you hear like another voice speaking in a language that you don't understand, but sounds similar to Blarg. And they sound like they're like really quiet, like.
And I'm just kind of keeping back with Blarg to make sure that he is still on our side and doesn't try to alert them. So I'm holding him back while our people investigate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from where I'm at, I can't see them.
No. It's a pretty. This tree line right here is really thick. Like it is a very thick tree line. And like where you guys are positioned now with the cave, like the sun is kind of behind the cave at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really getting a whole tremendous amount of sunlight.
Am I able to hear what direction this goblin language is coming from, or goblin-ish language is coming from?
Yeah, pretty much straight in front of you.
In front in what direction? Like as in directly to the
Like if you're
I
facing
assume north?
To the east. Because that's the direction you just walked towards.
Okay.
So yeah, yep, it's about that direction.
I can't see right in front of me on the map. Do I not have dark vision?
No, you do. It's just like I said, it's a really thick tree line.
Okay. Okay. We have no other rogues in the party, right? Anybody else sneaky in the party?
Technically, I'm proficient and I have a +4 in stealth.
Okay, I'm gonna motion to you to try to join me, but I'm also not gonna wait for you. I'm gonna move ahead a little bit.
I'm gonna say I fall behind Ian, so I guess I'll stealth when you find it applicable to let me when I go through it.
Okay, I'm gonna very, very slowly and carefully
Yeah, so go ahead.
approach the
Roll
sound.
stealth.
Nice.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a stealth check again, Althea.
Okay. This time I'd like to use inspiration. Just to be sure I don't arouse them as I approach. Because I'm going to try to approach them all the way to within hand-to-hand combat range. Is that all right? Anyway, here's stealth.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
Nice. Okay.
If my goal was to
So
get
now,
to...
Kintram, you're just behind him, right?
Yeah, or next to him or behind him, wherever you want me to in this scene.
Okay. So he's going to go slightly ahead of you through the thicket, so you're going to lose sight of him for just a moment.
how far should I
he's-
go?
Just going
Oh, man.
Your robot.
It's just me, or are we losing?
Forward.
Or are we losing Ian?
So, Thea, you are super sneaky.
Ian, you're cut out a bunch.
Oh, whoops.
Like a lot.
Yeah, would you mind moving me yourself?
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, we can now.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So hold on. So, Althea, you peek your head through. You see those.
Mm-hmm.
They're all huddled around, like, looks like they're trying to start a campfire. And one of them looks like they're falling asleep. You see that. And then you slowly bring your head back out of the thicket.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
So it's like the Homer Simpson meme.
Can you show it to me one more time so I can take a note real quick?
Yeah.
And you said they were trying to
I'm
do
sure
what?
Kintram is eagerly awaiting what he just saw. They're trying. It looks like they might be trying to start a fire, like a small little campsite. They're sitting on the ground, and one of them looks like they're falling asleep.
Okay. And
Like none of them are facing your direction. Like they're all hunched over this like little campsite.
okay.
All right, and yeah, that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Okay.
Sweet.
Nice. Okay.
Word.
Yeah, that picture, Kentrum. That's exactly
Yep.
exactly what I'm picturing. Oh, so good to be back with you boys. I'm excited.
Some of us.
Yeah, some of you guys.
About half.
So yeah, with that, I'm gonna. There you go.
That was good.
Good job, boys.
Good
Session
start.
1 in the books.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't believe we
Only
only had to go one session and we already adopted a goblin. That's crazy.
only
Yeah.
68. Only 68 more sessions to go.
Yeah, yeah. To get to a Strahd countdown. How many more or how many less will it be? You never know. Cool. Well, that was fun, guys. I'm glad we're back. I kind of stumbled a little bit on a few parts because they were going a little bit quicker than I thought they were going to.
Because
But
we
that was fun.
hijacked a goblin instead of just stumbling through the trail.
No, I'll fill you on that. I'll fill you in much later in the campaign as to that because I don't want to spoil anything. But I will talk about that session or this session, that decision, I should say. I will talk about that at some point, but not right away.
Perfect. Because I will feed him and
No,
clothe
that was
him
good.
And
And he will be our own. Awesome, boys. Well, it's good playing with you guys. I'm glad we're back. Yeah. And in 2 weeks we'll continue and
I think my recording should be good this time. I'll have to figure out after, but if so, I'll figure
Yeah.
out a spot on YouTube or something, and anybody can access it if you need a recap.
Oh, that's cool.
heck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm eager to see how that turns out. Because if it turns out pretty good, then that might be something kind of fun to watch in the future.
Yeah, if I feel good about it, I'll tag myself. If not, I'm just gonna ignore it.
Especially if people miss, if that works and like someone has to miss a session, you know, like that's not Chris.
Yeah,
Then that would
which
be,
I already have one scheduled to miss soon.
which I think is funny that you already told me which session you're gonna miss like a month, but it's like a month and a half away. Like, hey, by the way, on this date I'm gonna miss this one.
Yeah. Well,
So
I was looking at the calendar.
Let's,
I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, dude, I put it in my calendar for every 2 weeks, so I have a thing on my calendar for every 2 weeks that it's D&D. So
Yeah.
unless I hear otherwise, we'll just plan on that. We'll plan on the 30th this month to be our next session. Same time, same place, and maybe we'll find out what Althea saw.
Alrighty.
And by we, I mean you guys. Maybe you guys will find out.
Kentrum is very interested.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sorry I cut you off. I know you were about
it's
to
all
like
good.
ask something or like, but I was like, nope. I have to stop it. I don't want anything to be revealed yet. So only
I have a
Althea knows at
question.
this point. Yeah.
I have a question real quick. So in that scenario where I was sitting, my character was at, I wanted to walk to that cave. Now, whether I don't know what's on the other side of the water or anything, but out of curiosity, because of that barrier, like from light to dark, could I have walked without having to roll for stealth to stay quiet?
No. So in that situation, the only reason that you guys were rolling stealth is because Blarg told you guys, hey, like be quiet up ahead, and then gave you a motioning of an arrow being drawn. And so I mean you could very easily have been like, nah, screw that, and like walked without rolling stealth, but it could have consequences, like if he was really telling the truth and that you guys should be quiet. So like that those black barriers that you see, that's from just the lighting on roll 20.
Vision.
It's like that's just your vision. So like if there's walls or If it's obscured, like it'll just be blacked out.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys do end up listening to the audio, the only downside that I can't fix yet, not that it'll be bad for you guys, but my voice will be like reduced from all of yours if it sounds weird for some reason.
Okay. Cool. I'm excited to see it. So yeah, I will. I'll update the OneNote. I'll update Discord. Do all the things that I normally do. I know some of you guys have not played my campaigns, but that's typically what I do. Is the next day is I get the OneNote and the Discord all updated with the session notes, and if any characters or events or anything happen, they'll be on the OneNote. I'll add them there. So
Alrighty.
All right.
cool. Well, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for a good first session, even amidst technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a true D&D session though without that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ian.
It was a good starter session. I liked it. We got through all the bull crap with meeting at the tavern. Oh, who are you?
Well, see, but I purposely did that. That's not a part of the adventure. I threw that in there because I wanted you guys to interact with each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Before dropping you right.
Yeah,
into the
no,
world.
I think the way that you made it, I think the way that you brought that into the game was actually really cool.
Yeah, I like the flashback idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. I was pretty excited about it. So cool. Alrighty, guys. You guys all have a good rest of your night, rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you all in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
All right.
You
Yep.
as well.
All right.
Take care.
Later.
Good night.
Later, guys.